Welcome to Sports Guy Talking. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am joined by guest Cincere Koonce today to debate about why Aaron Rodgers has not been traded yet to the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers announced that he is intending to play for the New York Jets, but it has not been official yet. The Green Bay Packers are intending to move forward with Jordan Love as their starting quarterback. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Who is most to blame for why Aaron Rodgers has not been traded yet?
In my opinion, I think it's Aaron Rodgers' fault in the Packers because New York has been trying to recruit Aaron Rodgers for the past few weeks, and Aaron Rodgers hasn't gave them a straight answer. So I think the team and Aaron Rodgers himself is holding the team hostage.
Yeah, I could certainly see where you're coming from. I'm not going to necessarily agree with you on that because I am an Aaron Rodgers fan. He's what got me into the game of football. He was one of the first quarterbacks that I ever knew. That being said, Aaron Rodgers does bear some responsibility for why he hasn't been traded to the New York Jets yet. But he's also announced on the Pat McAfee show last week on Wednesday that he was intending to play for the New York Jets. He's already told the Packers front office he wants to play for the New York Jets. We also know that the Green Bay Packers front office has been told that for sure. We also know that the New York Jets front office has been told that Aaron Rodgers wants to play for them. Aaron Rodgers has been trying to get a deal done with the New York Jets. The New York Jets have tried to get a deal done with the Green Bay Packers for Aaron Rodgers. However, the Green Bay Packers are the ones that are being petty with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers always told them, hey, I want to go ahead and play for the New York Jets. And the Green Bay Packers are just being petty and they're holding out for unreasonable compensation in exchange for Aaron Rodgers. So to me, I'm going to go ahead and blame the Green Bay Packers front office for why Aaron Rodgers has not been traded yet. Although I will say that Aaron Rodgers does bear some responsibility himself for being such a drama king about this matter.
And what doesn't make sense is, why did you tell Aaron Rodgers that now you want nothing to do with him and the fan base not wanting him anymore? But if you want him gone so badly, why didn't you get a deal done sooner? And also, too, Jordan Love, he deserves an opportunity and everything like that. But at the same time, if Aaron Rodgers clearly wants to leave and you clearly want to do away with him, if you guys want to separate, why not get it done?
And that's what I'm saying about the Aaron Rodgers situation and everything like that. You want something in life, you got to go ahead and say it directly. And that's what a real man does. A real man, they go up and they tell you exactly what you need. And this is not the first time that Aaron Rodgers has been vague about his future. He's been vague about his future the last several years in the National Football League. When you look at Aaron Rodgers and how he's been talking to the media, he's always been very vague just about the COVID vaccine. I'm not a big vaccine guy or anything like that with the COVID. I'm not one of those people that says, oh, you got to get the vaccine. You got to get the jab. I respect your decision if you don't get the vaccine. But how Aaron Rodgers answered the question, a reporter asked him, hey, you been vaxxed yet? And Aaron Rodgers was like, oh, yeah, I've been immunized. You see how he didn't answer in a straight line? He made it sound like, yeah, he was vaxxed, except he didn't actually say it. Turns out, though, he's not vaxxed at all. He's actually unvaxxed, and he's not wearing a mask on the sidelines. So when you look at it from that perspective, Aaron Rodgers has had trouble clearly being a clear person. He's made a lot of vague remarks over the years. And about the whole darkness retreat thing, I mean, that's absolute craziness. That's just calling for attention for yourself, man. I like Aaron Rodgers on the football field. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. But when you look at what Aaron Rodgers just did with the darkness retreat, that was entirely unnecessary. And clearly, most of the Packers fans clearly show, hey, we don't want Aaron Rodgers anymore. We respect your career. You're a future Hall of Famer. You're one of the top 10 quarterbacks of all time. But it's time to move on, and we're sick of your antics. And it's been 12 years since Aaron Rodgers has taken his team to a Super Bowl. So that's currently the legacy for Aaron Rodgers on the Green Bay Packers. I'm sorry, that's just the truth.
And I agree with you. My thing is, too, if you've been 7-9 in the postseason, and if you've been held to a higher standard than what you're supposed to be, how can you blame him? Because really, if you haven't taken to the team to a Super Bowl since 2010, what else do the team expect from him? He's had some good years there. He has went to some NFC Championship games. He is a 4-time MVP at the end of the day, but he's inconsistent. He's a regular season type of guy. So when you have that and then you transfer that in the postseason, it's just an awkward stat.
Oh yeah, definitely. 7-9 since your Super Bowl winning year, that's really not good if we're talking about an all-time quarterback. And we were thinking that Peyton Manning's postseason record was really bad, considering that he was basically a 500 quarterback, and people were getting on Peyton Manning. And then you see guys like Aaron Rodgers having 2 games below 500 since he won the Super Bowl. That's just absolutely crazy. And to think that he's losing these games at Lambeau Field, this is not even losing games on the road at this point. He is losing games at home in the playoffs. there are at least 3 instances where he lost at Lambeau Field that I'm sure that everybody can remember very clearly. I'm talking about the 2013 NFC wildcard round. This was against Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers. He came up small in that game, but it's also the last 2, especially the last 2. 2020 NFC Championship game, misses Devontae Adams, tries to force a throw in triple coverage when he should have ran it in himself for a touchdown. And then, of course, when he put up 10 points against the 49ers in the NFC divisional round in the 2021 season. I mean, that's unacceptable. You're supposed to be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. And to be able to come up small in those moments, that's not good at all. But something else that I want to ask you is, if you had to give a percentage between the 3 people responsible for Aaron Rodgers not being traded to the New York Jets, and the options are the Green Bay Packers, the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers, what is your percentage of blame around the 3?
I think it's 70% on the Green Bay organization because they clearly haven't got anything done. And also Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he made it clear that he wants to play for the Jets. So now the team is at a standstill now because they didn't make a decision on him yet, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and if you're the Green Bay Packers, I'm sure you want to get ahead and get all this clarity done. And Jordan Love, he can finally have peace of mind saying, you know what, I'm going to QB1. There's going to be no distractions whatsoever. I'm going to give the Green Bay Packers front office 85% of the blame. And the only reason it's not 100 is because Aaron Rodgers did not make his request clear enough sooner. So when you look at it from that perspective, the Green Bay Packers front office, they are largely responsible for why the trade has not gone through. The New York Jets, they're trying to do everything they can to get Aaron Rodgers here. They've even signed the players that Aaron Rodgers more or less asked for with the Al Lazard, with the Randall Cobb signings, and he's basically running the New York Jets, even though he's the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, which is just absolute madness to me. All right, so when will Aaron Rodgers get traded to the New York Jets officially?
I think he'll be traded at least a week before the season. I think in week 1, he'll be a New York Jet.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Aaron Rodgers will get traded in training camp. So that's going to be around July, first week of August. I think he's going to get traded to the New York Jets at that time. I don't expect Aaron Rodgers to get traded to the New York Jets anytime soon. The Green Bay Packers, they are going to be the ones holding hostage. All right, so final question for you. All right, so if Aaron Rodgers does get traded to the New York Jets, how do you think he will perform for them?
I think he'll perform great, even though the division is going to be tough with the Bills, Miami in there, and New England, obviously. But I do think they'll compete well. I think they'll be at least number 2 team in that division. I do think Buffalo still has that division on lock. It's tough. I think it's going to be a tough division. Anybody can come out of there, in my opinion, but I think he'll perform the best in his ability, regular season-wise.
Yeah, and I know some people have said Aaron Rodgers fallen off in the regular season, but honestly, he didn't have a great supporting cast around him last season on the Green Bay Packers. But for him on the New York Jets, I think he's going to do really good in there. I think he's going to get the Jets off to a hot start. They've got weapons. They've got a good run game. They've got good coaching. They've got a good defense. It's just a matter of whether Aaron Rodgers can go back to playing at the MVP level that he was playing just a couple of years ago. And I think that he could certainly do that. I don't think he could do that on a consistent basis anymore, but I think he could do it here and there, which is really all the New York Jets need. I mean, look, they won 7 games while playing 4 different quarterbacks last year. So I would think that Aaron Rodgers would be an upgrade to them. But the AFC East, though, it's going to be tough. You still got Buffalo. I know they look like they're about to regress, but they're still going to be a good football team. Then, of course, you got the Miami Dolphins. They've had a pretty good offseason. And then you've got the New England Patriots, who obviously have the GOAT head coach in Bill Belichick and a solid defense. They just need to get a better quarterback somehow, some way, and then maybe they can become major players in the AFC East. But the New England Patriots are still going to be a tough out. But Aaron Rodgers, I still think that he's going to do really good on the New York Jets. I'm just not that confident that he'll show up come postseason time for the New York Jets if he is to be traded there, because Aaron Rodgers has developed a reputation that he doesn't show up in the postseason. And honestly, it's a valid reputation for Aaron Rodgers based on what he has shown. All right, well, thanks for being on the show, Cincere. Appreciate you coming on here. All right, make sure you follow his Instagram at Cincere.Koonce. All right, thanks for being on the show, man.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. See ya.
See ya.
Yup. Bye. That was Cincere Koonce that you guys just heard. All right, so he's going to say that it should be a share of the blame between Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers front office. Meanwhile, I'm going to blame almost all of the blame on the Green Bay Packers front office for why Aaron Rodgers has not been traded to the New York Jets yet. I'm even predicting that Aaron Rodgers would not get traded to a training camp. I think the Green Bay Packers are going to hold Aaron Rodgers hostage and make sure that he will not end up being a member of the New York Jets until training camp. Ultimately, that's what I see happening. So that is why the Green Bay Packers front office is most to blame for why Aaron Rodgers has not been traded yet. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story. every Monday. That will be for the @Dustin Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @Dustin and at Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @Dustin Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.